Why do most people follow while only a few lead? Throughout history, we've seen that the majority of individuals tend to conform, obey, and follow direction rather than take initiative and lead. It's not because they're less intelligent or less capable. It's because human psychology is deeply wired for safety, belonging, and structure. From an evolutionary standpoint, being part of a group ensured survival. Those who challenged the tribe's direction or questioned authority risked being rejected or isolated, which in primitive times could mean death. This instinct to belong still shapes us today. When we follow others, we feel secure, validated, and accepted. But when we step into leadership, we face uncertainty, judgment, and responsibility. Most people unconsciously choose comfort over challenge, even when it means giving up control over their own lives. At the heart of this behavior is a psychological phenomenon called social conformity. Humans are social creatures, and our brains are hardwired to mirror the actions and opinions of others to avoid conflict or rejection. Experiments like Solomon Ash's famous conformity test revealed that people will often give obviously wrong answers if everyone else in the group does too. The desire to fit in outweighs the need to be right. This same instinct shows up in workplaces, families, schools, and online communities. It's easier to blend in, agree, and follow than to stand up and risk criticism. Leaders, on the other hand, must resist this pressure. They think independently, even when their ideas make them unpopular. That's why true leadership is so rare. It requires mental courage. Fear plays another major role in why people become followers. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being judged, or simply fear of the unknown. Taking the lead means taking responsibility. If things go wrong, you face the blame. Followers, however, can stay in the background and let someone else bear that burden. This avoidance of accountability keeps people stuck in passive roles. Many convince themselves they're not ready to lead or that someone else knows better. But in reality, leadership isn't about knowing everything. It's about having the confidence to make decisions and the humility to learn from mistakes. Society also shapes people to follow rather than lead. From childhood, most education systems reward obedience over creativity. Students are taught to memorize and repeat, not to question or innovate. This conditioning creates adults who wait for instructions instead of taking initiative. Workplaces often reinforce the same pattern, valuing compliance over courage. Over time, people internalize the belief that staying quiet and doing as told is the safe and smart thing to do. But this mindset kills innovation and personal growth. Psychologists also point to something called authority bias, where people tend to assume that those in positions of power must be right. This bias makes us trust leaders, bosses, teachers, or even influencers more than our own reasoning. It's comforting to believe that someone else knows the best path forward. That's why many follow charismatic or confident personalities even when their ideas are flawed. The illusion of authority can overpower critical thinking, leading people to obey without questioning. Another hidden factor is self-doubt. Many people underestimate their potential because they compare themselves to others who appear more capable or successful. They tell themselves, "I could never do what they do," and settle into follower roles. But leadership doesn't begin with superiority. It begins with belief. The difference between a follower and a leader often comes down to mindset, not talent. Leaders are those who dare to try even when they're uncertain, while followers wait for the perfect moment that never comes. Interestingly, not everyone who leads has formal power. Leadership is more about influence than authority. It's about having the vision to see beyond the present and the courage to act when others hesitate. It's about inspiring trust, setting direction, and taking responsibility. The good news is that leadership isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop. By practicing self-awareness, taking initiative, and building confidence, anyone can shift from follower to leader. So if you've ever wondered why you tend to follow instead of lead, ask yourself, what's really holding you back? Is it fear of failure, lack of confidence, or the comfort of conformity? True growth happens when you stop waiting for permission and start trusting your own judgment. Every great leader was once a follower who chose to step forward instead of staying silent. The world doesn't need more passive spectators. It needs thinkers, doers, and voices that dare to stand out. If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.